is actually snapped, so that's great. What's going on, guys? So we're back again for a cheeky mid-week video. So I'm already breaking the thing where I'm saying I'm making one video a week because, you know, I don't really want to make one video a week, but sometimes I have to. But I have scoured the internet to find this mod. Tactical Racing used to do only one of them, but I have finally found the mod that I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I see it on literally no EP3. It's very small, very subtle, but it's really needed. And that is hood dampeners or bonnet struts. So I've had a brief look at the instructions and it looks kind of okay. It took me a while to get my head around it, but I think I've got it now. Hopefully they actually fit. It says it's for my car, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it'll fit, and yeah, it'll actually hold my bonnet up. So yeah, let's get to the car and see if we can try and fit it. So why am I doing this modification? So the main reason really is, obviously it looks a lot better that you can just press the button and then it lifts up on its own. But the other reason is, now that the RBC is here, this bonnet latch right here lays across the top of the RBC. As you can see right there, that's where it's been rubbing against, I believe. So once these hood dampeners are installed, I can take this off and it will look a lot better, and also close a lot better. So it says that you need to take off this screw at the top here, and so conveniently they've labelled them fender and hood, and obviously left and right. So this is the hood one, which is what we're going to need first. These instructions are really confusing. So L is, I'm assuming, for left, but they're actually showing the right hand side, so I assume that it's left from inside the car. And I know that because these are the left ones here. This one is the hood, and as you can see in this picture, the orientation is like that. So it sticks up on that bolt like that. So as it says here, it says to put the screw that was originally on it and then have the adapter like this, and then have this nut right here. I don't know where the other washer goes, but I'll find out. I think it'll probably go before this. So yeah. So these bolts are on very tight. I cracked the other one, but just this one I've had to get a bar to do it. Right, so it's a different day and I've got the left hand side working, so now I actually know what I need to do. I had a massive kerfuffle with doing it because of where to put things. So originally I put a little, actually I'll show you. So originally I put this part over the top like this, and the reason why I had to do it like that is because under here there's like this bracket. I go straight under and I can get under it. But what I found that you had to pull this up and then slot this in. So I'll show you that now. So what you do is you just pull this part of the wing up, and then you can just kind of slide this one over the top, and you line it up with the circular bolt, which is, or the circular hole, which is right there. So you just lift up, push it behind, and get it all lined up. So originally they give you this bolt, but I actually rounded it on the bottom and there's no thread now, so if I put this in, I won't be able to get it back out. So I'm just going to use the original little red one that I had here. So with this bolt, you don't want to tie it up too tight, just snug, otherwise you'll do what I did, and that's rounding the bolt. So obviously this isn't in like super tight, so I noticed on the left hand side when you actually put the strut in, this does move backwards and forwards, but there's not much you can really do about that because the nut on the bottom side is attached to the body, the chassis of the car, so you can't actually do anything about that. But yeah, so I'll show you how to put the top one up. So for this one, you just place it like that, and you can reuse the old bolt. You stick that old bolt through the top hole, and you have your locking nut that goes on top of that, and then you also have your washer that goes on top of that. So I've got it all lined up properly, so you just stick the bolt in and do it all up. So I'm not sure if you can see with these, but there's a little pin that goes across. You just unclip it from the back and then pull it off. So you do the plastic bit to the top part of it. So you just take the clip off, put it over, and then put the clip back in. Like that. And then you just do the same here. Take the clip out. So you can actually unscrew these to make sure it gets to the right way. So I'm just going to unscrew it until it goes perfectly in. Put it over the top. And then put the clip in. There you go. So a little tip for you here. This is what happened when I put it on first, and I closed the bonnet. It put all the stress of the bonnet on this side, which meant that this bolt is actually on its side, and as you can see that bar across there isn't straight. Like that one, as you can see, it's completely straight. So I think that's just the pressure of it being on one side, but I'm going to close it now and see what happens, see if it takes the slack. Right, so as you just saw from the video, it takes a good amount of strength to push this down, and what's just happened, as I'm sure you just heard, is it's actually snapped. So that's great, but it still works from one side. So I'll take this off, put it up and down a few times, and then see if that is okay to just work on its own. So this annoying thing, if I push up the bonnet, it goes back. Then if I drop it, it goes back to the original position. And as you can tell, that bolt moves every time it goes back down, like that. So, I mean, it works. It works, it's just if you want to leave it like that or not. But yeah, so yeah, I'll probably leave it like that, but I'll also have to probably leave this in just in case, or I might take it off and then put it in the back of my car, because that probably will eventually break. So fun times. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. I'm being a bit quiet because obviously I'm out in public where everyone can hear me, and they have their window open so they can hear everything. But yeah, if you want to buy this and break your wings, then I'll leave the description down. I'll leave it in the link in the description, the link to get this. But yeah, otherwise from that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.